Hello, everybody. Good morning or good afternoon. It's depending on the time. My name is Nasrina Turkestani, and I'm going to present global HR strategy and comprehensive analysis of international human resources management practice. Actually, this presentation will highlight how different regions and cultures affecting HR management practice across the globe. Okay, so let's go through a brief overview of international human resources management. It's mean, or let me explain that in brief. It's dealing with the different people from different countries and cultures across the world, and it's different and beyond the conventional HR. So, why do you think that understanding the concept of international human resources management is very crucial and vital for the international companies? Okay, so if the company or if the international human resources management was applied successfully and effectively, it helps the organization to grow globally faster and success by helping the workforce engagement as they feel their own cultures and own beliefs are respected and acknowledged from the company. Additionally, it's ensure compliance with the local laws, which is crucial for organization to operate easily across the border. And in the end, it's ensure that international human resources management can significantly enhance organization performance. Okay, so our first country in comparison is Saudi Arabia, and we will take a look at international human resources management. So let's shift our focus in Saudi Arabia and international human resources management practicing there. Most and the prevalence of Saudi Arabian organization are following hierarchical and collectivism structures, which mean that the decision making is coming from the high level of the management, with a significant focus on a group cohesion and shared goals. Recent years, there is a highly focusing on women participating in the workforce, supporting by the government, by Saudi governments, aimed to promoting gender equalities in employment. This initiative representing a significant culture shift in Saudi society, reflecting a commitment to enhance women roles in labor market. However, like any other market, there are challenges that organization must navigate. One major challenging is implementation of Saudization policies. These policies are designed to increase the number of Saudi employment in the market. While these policies are beneficial for national employment, they can pose challenges for the organization because of the qualified local candidate, and they have struggling to find the right candidate from the Saudi nation. Additionally, there are work-life balance issue prevalent in Saudi society, which traditionally value long working hour that can lead to stress and burnout among employee and limitedly impacting overall productivity. Organizations are need to reassess their working hour to align with more balanced work life and expectation. So to be continued, the international human resources, the Saudi Aramco has the best practice in facing the challenging in Saudi market by increasing the number of Saudi employment in the company and invest in training their employee and having a flexible working hour, including women, to return the talented women in the company and also to attracting the talented, qualified employment from all over the world. The next country is South Korea. The most common organizational behavior in South Korean is hierarchical structure, but at the same time they value loyalty, collective responsibility, and emotional bond, specifically teamwork. I'm not sure, but if you notice that teamwork is highly reflected in their musical culture, as you rarely noticed a solo singer in Korean culture. They usually sing as a group, which is the heart of teamwork. Anyway, so the challenges in hierarchical mostly stifle innovation, which make to a slow process in decision making, which lead to highly burnout and stress for the employment. The best practice to solve this problem is Samsung has the best practice in dealing with the mental health of their employment by providing them wellness care center like a gym, a spa, programs for including the physical health and mental health as well. And they providing a flexible working hour to balance between the personal life and working hour. So let's explore the international human resources management in Turkey, which is a blend between a Western practice and Eastern, and that's what makes Turkey unique as a workplace. The organizational behavior in Turkey, it's clearly hierarchical, and usually the management or the leaders are followed without being questioned. The most challenges that Turkey are face economic fluctuation and political uncertainty, which influencing the hiring and turnover and retention the talented employment. Culture diversity among the employee, it may cause misunderstanding, along with on the other hand it also may cause increased successful of the company at the same time. Focus in fostering an inclusive workplace cultures to leverage national diversity. Integration of local custom and practice into corporate policies to strengthen employee relation, and what makes Turkey unique because of the blend between Eastern and Western culture, that makes also some kind of family bond in the workplace. One of the best practice company in Turkey is Kush. It's called Kush. It's the largest holding company in Turkey, which providing a diversity and including strategies program. This program including targeting, recruiting, processing that seek diverse candidates, especially women and individuals from underrepresented group. Community engagement also, it's playing a very important in this company. Very important role. Koç Holding runs a social responsibilities program that emphasizes community engagement, particularly in education and social development. This helps to integrate the company into a local cultures while addressing unemployment issue, and also it's increased the bond between the employment as a family by understanding each background of each culture of the Turkey. So now we are moving to the freedom country, which is the United States. Of course, everyone knows the United States. Actually, I wasn't aware about the culture until I read about it in this course. The organization in the USA are mostly depending on innovation, individualism, and result-oriented culture. The challenges that they are facing by managing the diversity entails complexities, particularly regarding compliance with the labor law and tackling workplace inequality. The best practice company to solve the challenges is Google. They have several programs. One of them to solve the culture diversity is the Black Leadership Academy, aimed to develop the Black leader in Google company, and also they have diversity annual report to showcase the progress and challenging within the company. Anyway, also the other one, the impact, the compliance with the labor law. Google invest in HR program to ensure compliance with the equal employment opportunity. It's called EEO laws. They provide training in unconscious bias to all employees and have established affirmative action program to address workforce inequality actively. Okay, so we are running out of the time. So in brief, at this point, let's summarize our key insight in a comparative table showcasing the ideal leadership style and cultural dimension, recruitment, training development, performance management across the countries we were previously discussed about. So let's see Saudi Arabia has the leadership style is autocratic with the high power distance, local expertise, the recruitment usually from the local and expertise from the outside, the training, governmental training program, hierarchical evaluation, and the competitive salary, relationship focused. The employment are mostly focusing in a good relationship within the company. South Korean, participative, moderate, power distant, internal referral. They rarely recruit from the outside of their country. Comprehensive training, continuous performance review, benefits focus on retention, and very high team oriented. Turkey, participative, moderate, power distant, mix of local and expertise. The training developed on the job training, flexible evaluation, various locally and family oriented. As we see, there's some kind of similarities in the Saudi Arabia, so South Korean and Turkey, but the difference is in the US, transformational, lower power, distant, diverse and inclusive, technology enhanced training program, performance management, 30-60 degree feedback, performance based on incentive. Anyway, in the end, the key findings: contextualizing HR practice is essential for global business success. Cultures, economic and legal, foster significantly impact the international human resources management. Future trend may involve an increase in technology adaptation, heightened focus on diversity, equity and inclusion, and work flexibility practice. Thank you. If you have any question, please let me know. See you in the next lecture and presentation. Bye-bye.